Hey friends, today we're working on a fairly rare Virago 920 actually. Let's see if I can show you the tag here just to give you an idea. I don't know if you'll even be able to see it, but anyway, this is in fact a 920 Virago. And I guess they only made them for a couple of years. A few things that I noticed about this bike was getting the seat off. I couldn't figure out how to get the freaking seat off. I did finally figure it out. One thing to keep in mind is this is actually hooked forwards into this. So you have to unhook the seat. You got to reach underneath it after you take any side plastics off. And then you have to release that. Don't mind me, I've bloodied my knuckles a little bit on this one already. But yeah, you just pull that. Literally, that's all you do. You got to reach underneath and push that forward. I was trying to find a video online about how to take the dang seat off. I could not. I could not find a single freaking video that told me how to take the seat off. So I finally just figured it out by myself. Trying to get the carbs clean on this thing. The gas tank's fairly simple. One thing you got to be careful on this bike, in my case anyway, is your air shocks. It sits low, and when the air shocks are empty, it'll tip over if you have it on the kickstand, which is freaking annoying because that's actually how that happened on my finger. Was the bike fell on me. I was over here trying to get some stuff done, and yeah, it tipped over. But anyway, to take the seat off is very, very simple. I mean, take the gas tank off. After you take the seat off, then of course this is open here. You just pull it off, pull it out of the hooks there, and it's off. There's no screws or nothing that attach it. These lines are all not factory anymore, but yeah, you just make sure your lines are off. The valve for your petcock and your gas tank, and you want to make sure that your vent, I think it's a vent. I mean, I don't know what else it would be, but there's another little line that's connected to the back of the petcock as well. And I don't even know where I left it here now. I'm sure it's here somewhere. But anyway, that line, I didn't notice that until I was pulling the tank off. So then I had to take that one off as well. I'm sure I'll find it later. I better anyway, unless it doesn't matter. To take the carbs off on this bike's a bit of a pain. No doubt about it. You got to pull these boots off first. They're on the front. To your intake runs through your frame to your air box on both sides. Take those off, wiggle them, whatever you got to do, pull them off. That part's fairly easy. They do have a vent line on there, as you can see. There's one right down there. I just pulled mine off. I didn't even loosen the clamp, but I know that was on there, and I don't remember if there's one on this side too or not. I think so. Probably that one there. And then I apologize for the lack of organization. As always, I was just doing this, and I was like, you know what? If I can save somebody some time and some hassle trying to get this done, I should do it. And then to release your carbs, you pretty much got to take these. You pretty much got to take these off. The runners into your actual engine, into your heads, because if you don't, it'll be virtually impossible to get it off. So one main thing to remember is they're open on one side. So the bolt on that side over there, right there, is actually, you don't have to take it out all the way. You just loosen it. They're 10 mils, and then you pull this one out. I managed to get a ratchet and a socket in there, a 10 millimeter. It's a pretty tight fit, but it does work. And yeah, you pull that out, do that on both sides. And of course, you got to take your throttle cables off. Your choke cables on this side here, you just loosen it, you pull it out there. Very simple. Your throttle cables over here. And similar idea. This one, you don't have to do anything with it. It literally just slides in there like that. So you hook it in there, you pull it out, you pull it tight, you pop it in there, and it's good. It's a very simple design. And then the same, I just loosened this one, so I'm going to pull this out. Make sure all your lines are off. I see another vent line or something connected right here. I'm not sure. Oh, that one's loose already on the other side. Okay, good stuff. I guess it is loose like that too already. But anyway, I'm going to pull that off then. Leave it off to the side for now. And I'm going to pause this, pull that out, and then I'll pull the carbs out. And just before I go here, just in case somebody calls me and screws up my recording, hopefully this helps somebody. I'll try to show you a little more here. But let's see if somebody's going to call me and interrupt this. So we got that one off there. Just left it right there. And it's probably easier to pull it out the other side. Of course, with my luck, the bike will fall over, but it should be easier to pull it out here. So here, let's be careful about this. Don't want to damage anything. So there's that. This bike has about 1,000 original miles on it. Hasn't been registered since '91. And somebody said when I bought it, they said they had tried to clean the carbs, but I don't think they did a very good job, because it ran like garbage. So now it's just like any other carb. If you guys want to see it, I'll probably open it up and show you the inside of the carbs, just in case somebody needs to know what parts they need to get, or if you guys need to order new gaskets or something. Your carbs shouldn't, oh, look at that, lots of fuel in there still. Your carbs shouldn't leak out of the float bowls unless you have a stuck float or something like that. But sometimes they tend to. I've got another 2 bikes outside that I'm going to do the same thing to. We just did that one yesterday. That's a CB900. I just cleaned the carbs real quick, 4-cylinder. And it runs, but it doesn't run great. I need to tune the carbs on that one still, which I frankly don't even know how to do yet. But anyway, like I said, if this is all you needed to see, then yeah, hopefully that helps somebody. And if not, I am going to, by all means, keep watching. I'm going to pull those apart and actually take a look inside. Sometimes if these screws are hard to get off, I'll grab an impact. I haven't even tried yet, but I'll grab an impact and I'll put a Phillips bit in there, make sure it fits well, and be very, very careful. You don't want to go full blast right away. You want to hammer on it lightly. And I noticed yesterday when I was doing the 920 carbs, that helped quite a bit. So got the first one off. All the screws just laying on my mat there. That float bowl doesn't look particularly great, so hopefully that's a good thing. Actually, this doesn't look great either, but let's check these jets and see if they're plugged, just to give somebody a good view of this here. Here, I'll just do the regular zoom here. Looks like a nice carb gasket in there, bowl gasket. So I took those jets out in there, and they were fairly dirty. I've seen worse, but anyway, pretty straightforward process. I'm going to pull the float out. I'm going to clean it up. All the rest of the stuff. That is a set screw down in there, I believe. Or no, wrong one. There we go. And actually, I'm going to have to go see if somebody knows how to set these carbs now. But no, it should be pretty straightforward. Of course, your idle adjust is there. And I'm going to finish this one, then I'm going to go on to the next one. And then hopefully be able to put it all back together. Just make sure you keep an eye out on how you take it apart, so you know how to put it back together again. The idle screw is on the right side, I believe. I know the choke is on the left, so either way. Obviously, the choke is on the left, the throttle was on the right, so it should be pretty easy to know which way to put it back on. But anyway, again, hope this video helps somebody. Sorry it's so dang long-winded. As far as tools goes, well, I mean, you'll probably already be working on it by the time I finish. But yeah, flat screwdriver, Phillips. Again, I used impact. And a pair of pliers works good to loosen any hoses that are on tight. You just twist them loose. And yeah, be careful not to break anything. That seems to be my problem. But anyway, like I said, hope this helps somebody, and God bless.